And welcome back to MLB The Show 16 here for episode 2 of the Aldo Suite Road to the Show. As you can see, what you got on the screen right now is our attributes as they stand right now: the contact, the power, the bunting, play vision, play discipline, batting clutch, fielding, reaction, arm strength, arm accuracy, speed, stealing, base on aggressiveness, and durability. Those are the things, and we are ready for our first game of professional baseball. Double A here with the Akron Rubber Ducks, as they'll be taking on the Bowie Bay Sox in Double A in our first game. Now, I believe it's Bowie. I'm pretty sure it's Bowie. I know for a fact it's not Bowie. That's what I know for a fact, that it's not Bowie, even though it's spelt Bowie, and I'm pretty sure it's Bowie. So here we are making our Double A debut, shortstop for the Akron Ducks, getting all warmed up and stuff, talking to teammates, all that jazz. As here comes Aldo in his first at bat, top half of the second, 2 outs, nobody on. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and he's going to ground that one right to the shortstop. Fields it, fires across the infield, and the scoop from the Bay Sox first baseman retires sweet. So Aldo's back up the plate again. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out back in the second. Now we're in the top half of the fourth. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Still no score here. Comes the 0-1 pitch, and this time Sweet's taking it right up the middle for a single. That's going to score 1. Here comes the second runner. He is in there before the throw, as the throw gets away from the catcher as well. So Aldo Sweet picks up his first hit in professional baseball. First Double A hit there, and it's also a 2 RBI single. So the Rubber Ducks are now in the lead. So now, bottom half of the fourth, we're in the field, runner on second, 1 out. Ground ball right to us, charge it, fire across the infield. Nice little stretch there by the first baseman. And Sweet's making some plays in the outfield. In the infield, correction. I don't know why I said outfield. So, later on that same inning, moves over to his left here, fires on the run. Nice scoop from the first baseman. And now we pick things up in the top half of the sixth. Rubber Ducks still up 2-0. Runners on first and second here with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be taken right back up the gut on the ground. That's going to score 1 run here from from second base, as he beats the throw from center field. And that's another RBI and another single from Aldo. So he picks up 3 RBIs on 2 hits and 4 at-bats, and the Rubber Ducks win this game 4-3 in his debut. So now pick things up in the next game, also against the Bay Sox, obviously. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ground ball to Sweet, flip it glove to glove. Turns a 6-4-3 double play. 1 run does come in, however. And now we'll pick things up in an Aldo Sweet at bat, hitting 500 on the season with 3 ribbies. With runner on second and third, with 1 out in the top half of the second. Here comes the 2-1, as Sweet takes this one opposite way into left field. That's going to be popped up. And that's going to be caught, as the runner does tag up, and he will score on the play, so that's a sac fly RBI for Sweet. As the Rubber Duckies are in the lead here, 3-2. That's a ground ball to Sweet. Fields it, fires across. Nice play there all around from Sweet. And the first baseman with a nice little stretch. So now top half of the seventh. 0 for 1 on the day is Sweet with a sac fly and an RBI as well. So top half of the seventh here, base is empty. Nobody out. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sweet's going to take this one into right center. Right fielder dives for it. He misses. Let's get him up against the wall. Sweet's going to head into second base. It's into the cutoff man. And I'm not really sure how the throwing mechanics work at this point yet in the game yet. Still haven't gotten that down, where last year it seemed like the cutoff throws are just really like long. So you could stretch what should be doubles into triples. But I haven't figured that out yet this year. So I just decided to play it safe and stick with the double. And here, Sweet draws a 5-pitch walk, as the Rubber Ducks end up winning this game 8-7. They almost blew that lead. They were up 8-2, but they almost blew the lead, but they do hang on. Sweet goes 1 for 3 on the day. So here we're editing some attributes just here, just putting on some stats and fielding, arm strength. Like I said, I do want to upgrade arm strength and fielding. I want this guy to kind of be like an all-around player, but not be like a super powerful guy. I mean, more like a contact hitter. Hits for average, more of a speed guy, as well as having a great fielding presence. And, well, that's what we're trying to go for as we pick things up in another game against the Bowie Bay Sox. As you see, Sweet gets a single there right up the middle. And here's a ground ball to Sweet as he's in the field. Charges that one, fires it across, and he retires the runner. So now we're in the bottom half of the fifth. 3-0 Akron in the lead. Ground ball yet again. Slow roller. Charge it. Fire to first. Gets him out again like clockwork. So now, bottom half of the fifth. 2 outs. And we've got the new Showtime feature, which I'm trying out for the very first time on this one. As it's a dive to my right in slow-mo, and I wasn't aware that you had to throw, like, while... You had to start your throw while you were still in slow motion. So we do not get the guy at second base. Here's another slow roller, another charge, and another fire to first as we retire the runner. Great reaction, all-around good play. So, Sweet does not do much at the plate. He goes 1 for 5. Does pick up an RBI, though, but the Rubber Ducks do win. They're over the base knock 6-2. So here we are playing the Altoona curve. Hitting 375 in the season. Top half of the second will start things off. Ducks up 2-0. Lefty on righty action here, as it's going to be a ground ball down the third base line, a diving stop, fired across the field, and retires Sweet. What a play there by the third baseman. Last name U, probably first name Screw. And here we are in the bottom half of the third. 1 out, ground ball to Sweet, fields it with one hand, or one glove, just reaches out to his left, fires across the infield. I don't know why I said one glove, just fields it one-handed, his work's fine. So, bases loaded here, top of the sixth, 1 out, down 4-3. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be popped up into left field. Looks like it could be gone, but just does not have enough power. That 30, whatever power I have, just is not very good. But a runner does tag up and score on that play. So we do pick up an RBI and the sac fly. So top half of the eighth now, all tied up at 6. 1 on, nobody out. 2-2 count on Sweet. Runner on first. Here comes the pitch. And Sweet's going to rip this one down into right field. It's going to ricochet off the wall right to the right fielder. Sweet tries to stretch it into a double, but he just does not have the speed to get there quite yet, as he's gunned down, trying to stretch that into a double. And now, 1 RBI, 3 at-bats on the day for Aldo Sweet, as the Rubber Ducks win over the Altoona Curve, the Pittsburgh Pirates AA team, a score of 8-6. Yet again here, upgrading stats, putting some in power, putting some... Mainly looks like just powered, so now we hop into another game against the Altoona Curve. Top half of the second, down 1-0 here early on. Nobody on, no out. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, as that's going to be ripped into center field, lands in front of the center fielder, and Sweet's got himself a single to start off his day here against Altoona on the road again. So, 1 for 2 on the day now, single with a run here top in the sixth. We are runners on first. Runner on first, and that's a line drive right at the first baseman, just sticks his glove out there and goes right into his glove, as Sweet cannot believe that happened. So at the end of this game, it's going to be 1 for 4 on the day with a run. We end up winning 2-1 over the Altoona Curve, and we just keep on winning, and now we play our home opener here. Akron Rubber Ducks finally playing at home, and of course it's raining. So playing the Bowie Bay Sox here, as they come and play in our park this time. As there's a nice little across the infield throw there, a shortstop. We're down 2-1 here, as we're in the 5th inning, I believe. As Sweet comes up. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be grounded down the third baseline, fielded by their third baseman with his bare hand. Fires it across the infield, and he gets Sweet, who cannot beat out the throw. So now later on, 0 for 2 on the day, Sweet with a fly out and a ground out. We are in the, I believe that's the 7th? I can't tell. This is a very small preview screen. So it's 2-2 tie, nobody on, no out, and that's going to be ripped right up the middle for Aldo Sweet. Picks himself up another hit. Doesn't have too many extra base hits, so I don't think he has any, to be honest. As Sweet, 1 hit on the day, 4 at-bats, and they drop this game. They drop their home opener to the Bay Sox by a score of 4-2. So here we are upgrading attributes yet again. Putting some into plate vision and discipline, putting some into contact. That's pretty much it. So now, another game against the Bowie Bay Sox here in our home park. Here we are in the 2nd inning, runner on first. Pitch is grounded into the gap between third and short, as that's going to be a single. Runner advances to second, although Sweet picks up another hit there in his career. Now in the field here, ground ball right to Sweet, backhands that, fires it across the infield. And the scoop from the first baseman retires the runner. So moving things along here in the field yet again. Ground ball to my left, step over to looks like 1 step, and then fire across the field. So retires the runner yet again. Now here we are, bases loaded. Still tied at nothing here with the Rubber Ducks and Bay Sox. As here comes the pitch, and that's going to be grounded right past the first baseman into right field. It looks like 2 runs are going to come in. The third runner moves over to third base. I try to stretch it to a double yet again, and still no extra base hits for Aldo Sweet as I keep trying to extend stuff I shouldn't try to extend because my speed's not quite there yet. Here, I try to turn double play, and I put this in here because that's a cool animation. A dangerous animation where my guy just did a front flip over him. But that was not in previous games, and that's pretty cool there. So we end up winning this game by a score of 6-5. And look at this! We have been called up to AAA. My first game with the AAA team will be the next day. So we're going to end this episode right there as Aldo Sweet has already been called up to AAA Columbus, the Columbus Clippers, as we're like a 56 overall. And we got called up because of an injury. So, with that being said, I'm going to wrap things up here for this episode of the Aldo Sweet Road to the Show. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.